What's up, legends, and welcome back to The Explainer. Last time, Ryuji and the crew were getting absolutely wrecked in their special training. But today we dive into episode 13, and let me tell you, everything changes.
So the episode kicks off with this super cryptic line. And this right here, this is literally the entire key to unlocking Ryuji's next level. Stick around because this episode is an absolute masterclass in what it means to be truly strong.
All right, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to cover Ryuji's brutal training, this crazy unexpected lesson he gets, the arrival of a mysterious mentor, and then, oh man, the final challenge that just changes everything. Let's get right into it.
All right, so let's set the scene. We've got Ryuji, Kenta, and Misaki, and they are just being pushed to their absolute limits by their upperclassmen mentors from the Twilight Squad. And when I say brutal, I mean brutal.
Yeah, the Twilight Squad is not pulling any punches. They are turning our heroes into straight-up zombies. You've got Kente's shield just getting caved in by Gao over and over, Ryuji's getting completely outclassed by Ren's magic swords, and poor Misaki, she's been stuck in Violet Spider Silk, getting spun around for 2 hours. But, you know, as Night Rain points out, the results are there. They're actually clearing level 5 of the Tower of Babel now, which is a huge step up.
But, you know, all this insane training, it's really taking a toll on Ryuji's power. His energy levels are all over the place, so Instructor Ando literally benches him for 2 days. No sword, no training, and folks, this is where the story really gets interesting.
So Ryuji's just trying to chill, right? He's walking through the neon-drenched streets of the capital, and what does he stumble on? A classic scene. Some punk from the middle division, probably like 13 or 14 years old, bullying a helpless street vendor.
And of course, Ryuji being Ryuji, he can't just walk by. Nah. He strolls in, all cool with his shades on, acting like he's the king of the world, totally ready to put this kid in his place. He's not even taking this seriously. Big mistake.
And boom, reality check, Ryuji goes to grab his sword, but it's not there. And this kid, he doesn't even hesitate. He just blasts Ryuji with a lightning spear, sends him flying across the street. Our boy is completely caught off guard. Talk about a massive ego check.
So the bully is just laughing, right? Mocking Ryuji, moving in for the final blow, and then everything just stops.
Out of absolutely nowhere, this tall, hooded figure appears and stops the spear cold with a single finger. Not his hand, not a shield, one single finger. The pressure this guy gives off is insane. You can literally feel it coming off the screen.
The bully just bolts, absolutely terrified. And the man, he pulls back his hood, reveals this friendly, kind of handsome face, and just calls himself a meddling old guy. He sees Ryuji's potential, for sure, but he calls his technique crude. It's all brute force, zero finesse. And then he makes an offer. Let me teach you some things you won't learn at the academy. And that right there kicks off a secret 2-month training arc in this abandoned industrial district. This is the training that's going to completely redefine what power even means to Ryuji.
Okay, so the mentor's first lesson is just mind-blown. He points to a steel pipe and tells Ryuji to cut it. So Ryuji powers up, screams Raigiri, and just obliterates it, and the wall behind it. Total overkill. The mentor just shakes his head, picks up a simple tree branch, and with it he slices another pipe perfectly in two. There's no sound, no flash, just a clean, perfect cut. And this right here perfectly explains that first line of the episode, "Your thunder is too loud."
So over the next 2 months, this mentor just drops some serious wisdom on him. First up, true strength isn't about destruction, it's about precision and control. Second, your body is just a vessel for your growth. It's the journey that matters. And third, this is the most important one. The whole point of having power is to protect the people who smile at you, the ones who can't protect themselves. And finally, that true anger, born from wanting to protect the weak, that is your greatest fuel.
And the climax of all this training is this absolutely beautiful moment. It's pouring rain, and Ryuji finally masters that control. He slices a single falling raindrop perfectly in half with a hand chop. Think about that. He did it without the heat of his lightning evaporating it. Just pure, silent precision, chills.
So what this all means is that Ryuji has had a massive glow up. And I'm not talking about his power level, I'm talking about his entire mindset. So let's dive in and break down what this really means for him as a character.
What we're looking at here is a fundamental shift, right? He's gone from the roar of mindless power to the whisper of controlled strength. The old Ryuji? All brute force, all ego, fighting just to be number one. But the new Ryuji? It's about pinpoint control, fighting with purpose, to protect. He's leveling up from just a brawler into a true warrior.
Okay, now for the really juicy stuff. Who is this mentor? Well, if you've been paying attention to the source material, there's a huge clue. The character files mention this 15-year-old high-grade ace named Kujak. His title? The Savior of the Sunshine. And his teaching model is, get this, word for word, the strong fight to protect smiles. You guys know what that means. A coincidence? No way. Not a chance.
So Ryuji comes back from his secret training a completely changed man. And he gets back just in time for the story to drop an absolute bombshell on him and the rest of Class 3.
He just walks back onto the training grounds, and you can see it in his eyes. He hasn't learned some crazy new ultimate move or anything. Nope. He's learned a new way to think, a new reason to fight. He's calm, he's focused, he's ready.
But he literally walks right into a bombshell announcement from instructor Ando. The big tournament is still 2 months away, yeah, but the deadline to pick the class representative, it's next week. The pressure just got cranked up to 1,000.
And then Ondo, looking like the absolute formidable Valkyrie that she is, drops the rules for how they're going to pick that representative. It's not a vote, it's not some test. Oh no, it's a fight.
A team-based battle royale. Can you believe it? Ryuji, Kenta, Misaki, they all have to fight each other until only one person is left standing. Friends have to become rivals. What a brutal, brutal twist. And that's where they leave us. What an absolutely insane setup for the next chapter.